Welcome to Studio House Design, where timeless vintage charm meets Hollywood's dramatic elegance. Here we explore opulent, theatrical decor that transforms any space into a luxurious retreat. If you love classic, cozy, and nostalgic interiors, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring vintage design ideas. Like this video to show your support, and share your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from you. Tony Duquette knew how to make a front entrance unforgettable, and that's where the magic begins. The curb appeal of a vintage Hollywood fantasy home isn't shy. It's bold, glamorous, and unapologetically dramatic. Think wrought iron gates, climbing ivy, and a splash of gold. It's showtime the second you arrive. Step into the foyer, and you're immediately wrapped in opulence. Duquette's genius shines through dramatic chandeliers, mirror-drenched walls, and moody lighting. This space isn't just transitional, it sets the tone. It whispers theatrical elegance with every intricate detail, reminding us that entering a home should always feel like an experience. In the living room, Duquette's style comes alive through layered textures, oversized furniture, and rich jewel tones. It's more than a space to relax, it's a stage. Every object plays a role. Antique busts, velvet drapes, and eclectic sculptures. Comfort meets spectacle in this immersive fantasy environment. The fireplace area is where romance and drama meet. Imagine an ornately carved mantel dripping with vintage candelabras, framed by aged mirrors and crushed silk curtains. Firelight flickers against gold leaf accents. It's theatrical yet grounding, the kind of ambience that makes even a quiet evening feel like a grand production. The formal dining room is pure escapism. Duquette didn't believe in minimalism. He believed in statements. Crystal chandeliers, lacquered walls, and lush textiles turn every meal into a banquet. You dine not just with family or friends, but surrounded by history, art, and a sense of cinematic grandeur. In the kitchen, the vintage fantasy doesn't skip a beat. It's a room of contrasts, gleaming brass hardware against dark cabinetry, antique tiles beside modern utility. Duquette's magic lives in the details. Hand-painted murals, unusual lighting fixtures, and open shelving styled like a stage set. It's beauty in motion. A pantry or tucked-away nook brings intimate charm. Open shelves lined with vintage glassware, hand-labeled jars, and quirky flea market finds make it personal. In Duquette fashion, even utility is an art form. This is where character builds, where every creak and container tells a story. Practical meets poetic. The breakfast corner is unexpectedly lush. Picture an upholstered banquette with floral print, vintage silver trays hanging overhead, and soft morning light pouring through lace curtains. It's romantic and relaxed, a momentary escape. Duquette would insist on beauty at breakfast, because why not start the day in a dream? The master bedroom is pure drama. Deep hues, layered fabrics, and opulent lighting make it feel like a private retreat from reality. A four-poster bed, antique dressers, and velvet drapes tell a story of indulgence and elegance. It's personal theater, the kind you live inside and never want to leave. The guest bedroom echoes the fantasy, but with a slightly lighter touch. Think warm tones, vintage botanical prints, and layered textures that feel both curated and welcoming. It's the kind of space that makes guests feel like royalty, stepping into a storybook if just for a night or two. The main bathroom is extravagant. Imagine marble, brass, and bold wallpapers, all coexisting like a well-rehearsed play. Duquette didn't shy away from decorative excess, he embraced it. A freestanding tub beneath a crystal chandelier turns this daily space into a cinematic experience, worthy of old Hollywood indulgence. Even the powder room gets the full treatment. Small, yes, but dramatic. Painted ceilings, rich wallpaper, and vintage sconces transform it into a tiny jewel box. This is where guests see your flair in its purest form. For Duquette, no space was too small to dazzle. The hallway isn't just a passage, it's a gallery. Lined with framed sketches, eclectic sconces, and textural wallpapers, it keeps the story going. Movement through the home becomes part of the experience. For Duquette, continuity was everything. Even a hallway needed rhythm, soul, and a sense of wonder. The library or reading nook brings a rich pause to the drama. Dark wood shelves, vintage books, and cozy lighting provide a cinematic contrast to the bolder spaces. Here, imagination flows quietly. This is where stories live, where creativity recharges. Wrapped in velvet, surrounded by treasures of the past. In the creative or craft room, fantasy becomes hands-on. Duquette's world wasn't just visual, it was tactile. Picture colorful bins, ornate tables, and inspiration boards pinned with antique fabrics and sketches. It's a space to make beauty, not just observe it. Organized chaos with a dash of vintage flair. The laundry room, often overlooked, gets its moment. Think patterned tile floors, repurposed vintage storage, and quirky antique signage. It's a space that says, yes, even chores deserve beauty. Duquette would have found joy in elevating the ordinary, transforming folding clothes into something a little more fabulous. A linen cabinet or closet becomes a secret treasure trove. Neatly folded embroidered linens, vintage hat boxes, and lavender sachets tucked in drawers. Every shelf tells a story. It's not just storage, it's style and hiding. Duquette believed that beauty wasn't only for what's seen, but also what's felt. Ceiling details in a Duquette-style home are never forgotten. Hand-painted murals, exposed wooden beams, or ornate medallions pull the eye upward, completing the room's narrative. It's theatrical staging from top to bottom. In a space like this, even the ceilings play their part with grandeur and flair. Flooring is foundational, and Duquette didn't play it safe. Patterned tile mosaics, intricate parquet, and Persian rugs layer the ground with texture and history. Floors aren't just walked on, they're lived on, danced on, admired. In a fantasy home, even the floor can make you feel like royalty. And finally, the garden, your serene escape. Duquette would have framed it as another set. Lush greenery, vintage statues, wrought iron furniture, and climbing roses creating natural opulence. It's peaceful, yes, but still full of drama. A place to dream, to breathe, to live the fantasy beyond the walls. Thanks for joining us at Studio House Design, where vintage fantasy comes to life in every corner of the home. If you enjoyed this journey into opulence and classic charm, please subscribe for more unique decor inspiration. Like this video to help us grow, and leave your favorite moment or questions in the comments below. Your feedback truly means the world to us. See you next time.